Alright, hey guys, for Vintage Electronics people here, another Zenith television. This was actually my set. I've had this for a while. I got this about 5 years ago, I guess. Probably should have done a video on it back then, but because this was actually a new old stock. It was on display model at a television repair shop. It was a display model. It was a Zenith dealership. And the reason they put it away after it was only on display for a short time, because the shelf that it was sitting on broke and it fell. And they busted the case, and they put it back in the box and threw it back in the back, and it sat there until the old guy passed away not long ago. And the family gave this to me that was in their basement, the basement of the television shop, because the old guy passed away. So it had been sitting in a box for the last 35 or 40 years. Still brand new. Look at the inside. I got the back off of it. Look how clean the tube chart is. Yeah, this is a 12-inch black and white by Zenith, probably mid-late 60s. I'll have to find a date code. Symptom is it started developing a vertical issue. After it warms up, the vertical linear starts to go away. It'll start to raise, the picture will start to raise up here. I get a bright white line starts to develop at the bottom, then it gets black behind it, and then as the warmer it gets, the higher it goes. And adjusting the linear control has no effect on it. So, you know, that's telling me it's got a capacitor failure. I mean, it's new old stock, but it's still old. I got the back off of it. Yeah, it's brand new, sucker. I mean, look at that. Even after me using it 5 years, there's like literally no dust in it. Because I don't play it but maybe an hour a day. You know, I used to watch it at night there in the bedroom, but yeah, there's their flyback, and yeah, I mean, it's everything original in this thing. So I doubt that the tube's bad, and it could be. It could be the tube starts losing oscillation after it gets good and hot, but problem's probably this filter can. Could be a problem with that. I'm thinking that's probably it. But I'll take a look underneath of it here. Let me flip this over. Let me pause this and flip this over real quick. All right, there's the underside of it. Not really a lot going on in the vertical. There really is no electrolytics except the main filter. But there is this. They call these brown red drops, whatnot, capacitors, and that is definitely in the vertical circuit. And I have seen these things starting to go bad in some of this old vintage electronic stuff, especially tube stuff where it absorbs heat and it starts breaking down. So that is a suspect too, and that is in the vertical. I mean, if that's getting hot and changing value, yeah, that can definitely cause that issue. And the only other thing I could be considering is this integrator, that Zenith integrator there. The 87 dot there, that's, you know, could definitely be an issue there. It could be that change in value as well. Something in here is changing value. So I think before I do any major surgery on this thing, I'm going to test the tube first, just make sure that that's not the issue. I doubt it is, but, you know, as soon as I say that, that'll be the problem. But we'll check that first. And then the other thing I'm going to do is just run the television out here, put a VCR on it, and just let it run until it starts to do what it's doing again. And I'll use some circuit cleaner, or circuit cooler, rather, and I'll start spraying these components and see if it makes any change, and then I'll know if it's one or the two of them. I don't want to just start clipping and changing stuff if it doesn't need it, because this television is in too good of shape, you know, to get botched up or have things patched. Right now, it's all original, and technically, I could watch it the way it is. I don't let it play more than an hour, you know, but, you know, the picture don't go, it'll only go so high. It doesn't collapse the whole picture. Just, you get that little bright white line with some black on the bottom, and you can't get rid of it until the TV cools off. More of a little nuisance, but it's not where you can't watch it. You know, I just kind of started developing that symptom in about the last week or so. So I wanted to address that. So, but anyway, there you go, all your point-to-point. This has no transistors in it. This is a full tube set, so there's the model number there. This is a 13A12T, so that's the chassis. So I could probably look further in here and find a date code, but I know it's still 60s. And there's your CRT number. Like I said, it's a 12-inch. Of course, camera doesn't want to focus now, but well, there you have it, guys. I'll might do a part 2 video when I find the problem. Like I said, I'm just going to hook it up, let it run, and then spray some circuit cooler on the components to find out which one's giving the problem. All right, guys, thanks for watching.